All right, so let's start with the first stage of moral progress, which is the stage of simplicity. Okay, simplicity. Now, to explain this, let me give you a real example. When I was 11 years old, I actually moved from Peru to Spain, and my brother was already practicing boxing as a sport, and he said, hey, you should sign up for the classes, just come to the boxing class. And I was like, okay, let's go. I wasn't really into any sport. I was really terrible at playing football, or what in the US people call soccer. And so basically I went to boxing classes, and I remember that I got really excited seeing the punching bag and people just hitting the punching bag really, really fast. And I was trying just to do that. And when the trainer saw me, say, hey, Carlos, come over here. The first 2 weeks, you are not going to do any complex movement or anything like that. You are gonna just be in front of the mirror and you are gonna shadow box. Basically, that meant that I have to be in front of the mirror trying to do the technique of basic boxing. No punching bags, no boxing partners, nothing, no mitts. And so that was terrible. I could just, I was just jumping the rope at the beginning of the class, and then I just had to be for 2 weeks of training in front of the mirror trying to just learn the basics. When we are introducing to something new, into a new practice, into a new world, so to speak, reality has to be simplified for us to be able to function in that environment. It has a utility. So simplicity basically is very authority dependent, where somebody else is bringing you into this new world and is telling you, hey, there is black and white, you will start here, and this is wrong, and you don't do that, right? So once a professional boxer masters the technique, obviously then they can improvise. For example, if you see Muhammad Ali, he doesn't really put his guard up that much, which is technically incorrect when you are learning. But once you master this, you are able to, so to speak, let yourself go a bit, okay? But not before you master the basics, because if you try to be Muhammad Ali without mastering the basics, the most you will get from that is to get a lot of punches in the face and get knocked out. So I would not recommend that. What I'm trying to explain with this example of the boxing class is that in the simplicity stage, we basically have the need to have everything super clear, black and white, 1 or 0. So it's very dualistic, it's very binary. There is no much room for nuance in this stage. It's basically you are learning the rituals to be able to conform to the environment. So easy answers, everything is knowable. And for example, we can see this also at a huge scale, right? Or even some philosophical thesis about the dynamics of interpersonal relationship, right? Like everything is just power. There's no love. Love doesn't exist. So that would be a very simplistic way of looking at life. This is obviously the way in which children grow and try to learn the basics and things like that, okay? The problem is that sometimes people stay stuck and they don't evolve into more. And so the idea is that we can grow into maturity.